guys, what's going on? It's Twintuitive 717. I am back with another video. I hope everyone's doing incredibly well today. So I wanted to come on and share a quick update for the Twin Flame Collective. This message will probably be for the divine masculines and just giving the divine feminines an update on where it is they are in the connection, because like what I've been getting for many of you is that there's this whole push and pull thing happening. Many of your masculines are coming forward after long periods of silence. But what you guys might find is like, you know, they're kind of like slowly dipping back into old patterns of like ghosting or getting back with like their karmic situations, like whatever the case is. But I feel like an important message for the Divine Feminine Collective is to remember that you've met the Empress, you've met the High Priestess, and there's no need to worry on your journey. I feel like many of the Divine Feminines are awakening to their self-worth, to their self-respect, and they are not letting any of the energies around this whole twin flame journey to deter them from their ideal purpose, which is, you know, to feel whole, to feel fulfilled in this lifetime, to understand that, you know, this love has come about for a reason, for a purpose. And hi, Mickey. You know, and for many of them, they're just like I'm not going to go backwards here. You know, I know what I've been shown about my twin flame journey, and despite any of the karmic provocations, despite any of the karmic influences, like I feel many of the divine feminines are shifting out of like feeling triggered about karmic situations to feeling like the karmics are the ones here that are like being delusional type of thing, you know. Many of these karmic partners are staying in these connections with your divine masculine just out of like competition, you know, out of like, that's mine, you can't have it kind of attitude. And I think the divine feminines have really like backed up and backed off, and kind of like you guys have kind of said to yourself, like, you know what, it's up to the divine masculines to really see this energy for what it is, because many feminines too are like, okay, karmic, if you want it, like it's yours, like just get him to stop reaching out to me or calling me or like whatever the case is, right? But your divine masculines can't or won't do that. So many of these karmic partners are starting to realize that by them like holding on and making it seem like the divine feminine's the one here who is out of line, I think like the divine feminines have completely surrendered. Like many of you are not even entertaining conversations with your masculines if they're still involved in karmic situations, and that's been a big change for a lot of you, because I think in the past you were still you know, like engaging somehow, just because it was a twin flame journey. You felt like, oh, everything's all good, but now you guys have done so much growth. The High Priestess again has held your hand and talked some sense into you, and you know, really allowed you guys to see things for what it is they are. And the feminines have been mingling with the Empress energy as well, and just taking care of herself. Like many of you have asked yourselves, like, how do I let go? The Empress has held your hand, and she said, you let go by taking care of you, by taking care of yourself, by taking care of your needs, everything that you want for yourself. You're capable of doing it. You don't need your divine masculine to come into your life to replace your current spouse. You don't need your masculine to come into your life to take over your responsibilities. You know, the Empress has shown us divine feminines how to do all of those things for ourselves. And yeah, it's creating a lot of huge shifts. And so I wanted to use some of the cards here to give you guys some insights into what the masculines are going through at this time. Okay, so if they're still caught up in cycles, and many of the divine feminines are like, I'm just going to mind my business here because I'm kind of happy doing my own thing. And if the divine masculines are going to bring added or extra drama or baggage to the journey, like I'm not up for it. They can handle that on their own. Let's dig into like, what are the things that they're going through? Like, what are they facing right now? Okay, so we have that card coming up again here, which is blinded to pain. Okay, so many of them are tired of just like having like a blind eye to certain situations. Like, I think because they've interacted so much with the feminine, they've been around her energy. And I feel like for many of you on the twin flame journey, especially the divine masculines, when you interact with your feminine, like, you can't help but feel the energy come through to you, right? Like self-respect, love, self-love, compassion, being very grounded in yourself, feeling very confident about who it is you are. Many of the divine masculines feel that come through very heavily when they're around their feminines. That's why they ghost you like crazy, divine feminines. Your energy is so strong and it's so heavy, but at the same time so pure and so light that when someone is stuck, like, you know, they can't see. All they see is pain in the world. All they see is people taking advantage of them. They're not able to trust a lot of people in their surroundings. So it's like when you come about with like all of this beautiful energy and like wanting to like love them and give them that unconditional love, they get really, really triggered because based on what it is they've been through with all of these like bees or flies on the chest here, like they're looking at you like, hey, listen, I've had this story told to me many times and it's been met with disappointment and hurt. What makes you any different? But the difference is the divine feminine's like, I'm not trying to prove myself to you. Like, this is love. You want to come towards me, you're going to have to take that risk. And yeah, you might end up with hurt, but I'm also taking the risk to mingle and come near you. But I feel like the difference is the divine feminine welcomes any opportunity for self-growth, whereas many of the masculines are starting to now tap in to like her sadistic nature, right? It's like, how could you love someone like me? You know, how could you want to be around someone like me? How could you reach out to me after I ghosted you for 6 months? It's because her heart is so beautiful and it's so strong. All right. It says calling the storm. She's calling you, divine masculine. She knows your nature is very destructive, like a tornado. I think I mentioned the tornado synchronicity in one of the last written readings that I did. Many of you might be seeing tornadoes. Like the divine feminines are calling in the storm because you know that it's like you're the eye of the storm feminine and often the calm of the storm as well. And so she invites the opportunity for her masculine to grow because even when he gets out of line and he triggers her, she triggers him right back with her reaction. You know, many of these masculines are used to ghosting their karmic partners, and their karmic partners will flood their phone with apologies and come back. I'm sorry. Can we talk? Blah, 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 blah. Like, just overflowing. But when he does this to the divine feminine, she's like, you're going to ghost me? Oh, okay. Well, happy Halloween, my friend. You know, and that's the difference, you know, even her with her shooting off that bow and arrow, like, happy Halloween, my friend, enjoy yourself. And that's the big difference, you know, allowing him to grow in his state of mind when he feels like the most negative, allowing himself to pull himself up out of the water, you know, allowing himself to drag himself out of the mud. She's like, I'm not responsible for that. You're responsible for that. You know, many of the divine feminines are looking forward to like positive communication, positive interaction. They want to talk about the journey and the spiritual growth and all of these things, but it just so happens they trigger each other in every other area of their life as well. But when you trigger your divine masculine when it comes to karmic situations, always remember, divine feminines, it's his baggage to deal with. It's his baggage to carry. You don't have to rack your brains trying to figure out, why did he ghost me? Why isn't he back? Why isn't this going anywhere? Blah, 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 blah. You continue to self-care and take care of your own needs and your own self. Grow that strong energy within your own divine masculine, and you will quickly see just how much you don't need any validation from outside of you. Your masculine teaches you to grow your own inner divine masculine and make him so strong that when you look outside of yourself for anything to make you feel whole, it's not there. It's not an option. You already feel that. All right. So we have peaceful among the thorns. This is how you're to feel when you are aware that your divine masculine is already within you, divine feminines. I think I shared this once in the comment section, but it's a really old song. It says, if your daddy's rich, take her out for a meal. But if her daddy's poor, just do what you feel. And I feel like the daddy is the inner divine masculine of every feminine. There is a man inside of us. There is a masculine energy inside of us. And the more we focus on balancing that masculine energy within us, the more we don't need anything else or anyone else to help us, to take care of us, meet us halfway when it comes to finances, take care of our kids, take care of our bills, none of that. We become the source of taking care of all of those things for ourselves and then some. And this is what your divine masculine is learning from you as well, divine feminines. All right. I'm going to draw 1 or 2 cards from the Romance Angel Oracle deck. And I just want to give you guys a quick message. Like, even though these are all of the darker stuff that your divine masculine's working through, having a lot of these epiphanies, like, what does he want to say to you in this moment? Like, despite all of that, like, this is what's in my heart for you. Whether you guys are romantically involved, sexually involved, the chemistry, like whatever the case is, like on a soul level, this is what they want you to know. All right, so we have your soulmate or twin flame. I usually don't like to say soulmate because I refer to that as someone or an energy that's completely different on this journey. But soulmate for me is like the twin flame card of this deck. All right, so your twin flame is here to help you heal. They're not here to make your life miserable. They're not here to destroy you or bring you down or cause chaos. They're here to highlight those types of energy that make you feel that way. A lot of the times when we're codependent on other people, that's when we feel like there's chaos being brought to our world. When we can take care of our needs, okay? And Pentacles is coming up a lot in this reading, okay? So making sure that we're comfortable with earning money on our own, getting out of situations that we have to depend on other people just to make a simple decision, to eat food, to get gas, to get to work, to feed our kids, like whatever the case is. The universe is pushing you to say, we're here to help you heal that through this twin flame experience and show you that you're able to depend on your own self, your own soul. And the more you feed yourself energy about, well, I don't know where to start, I don't have any money, I don't have a job, cut out that type of thinking and to say to yourself, a job is waiting around the corner for me. I have the resources I need. People are there to help me. The universe supports me. The universe loves me. Start feeding yourself stuff like that, because that's why your divine masculine is here. He's here to introduce you to this whole world of tarot. He's here to introduce you to this whole world of spirituality so that you can hear messages like this. You can hear messages of you deserve the best and you don't goddamn need anybody else to depend on in order to make it happen. All right? I love you guys. Take care of yourselves and I will speak to you soon. Bye, guys.